recording.
You're killing us. You're killing us. I am literally dying over here. I am literally dead. You're all
One more time.
some sort of terrible, like funeral for me.
Phelan's in the chat. Give me your energy. One more time. Hello, and welcome everyone to a fully functioning episode of Third Action. I am your host, Jason, and these are the same three frozen corpses that were here last week. To my bottom left, stuck in an eternal facepalm, is Charlotte, playing Asher Ford, Human Ranger, who definitely has a health bar.
Yeah, I have 800 health. I'm ready to tank.
In the bottom middle, we have a very concerned-looking Will playing Greshy Ironroot, Dwarven Druid.
Everything's ruined forever.
And in the bottom right, we have a smug Adam playing Gunn, Shough, Human Champion of Erastil.
To me, that looks like avoiding something like, dude, don't touch that.
I get this impression
whatever
of like,
that is down
you
there.
don't want to be amused because you're concerned about it, but it's kind of funny. If you've ever been to summer camp or like had a summer camp with somebody who's just like, they really shouldn't be talking about this, but it's really funny.
So if you happen to be listening to this instead of watching it live, this is quite the cursed episode we're having today. Nothing's working, everything's broken, video's not capturing, so we're just gonna make do with what we've got. We'll have to deal with these frozen pictures of the party for now.
They only get worse.
It'll only get worse.
Do not improve.
Okay, so I guess let's go ahead and jump right on in to the action. I keep looking at you guys and you're all frozen.
Yeah, I keep looking at it too, being like, why am I
I'm
not
staring
moving?
right into your soul there, Jason.
I could watch the video.
To the gallery view.
I have to unpin you. I'm sorry, Jason. Goodbye.
I could actually watch the Zoom video directly and see you guys animated, but it takes up
this
so
is
much of my
better.
screen that I think I'll just
You don't
look
need
at
to see the real us. Just watch
the
this.
frozen
Can I like
pictures.
pin you away from me?
Maybe.
I put you someplace away. I don't want
There's
this
no such
anymore.
thing as an anti-pin. What?
I could try and, if you really want, I could like turn off my video in Zoom. That might.
Whoever's talking, I just don't want to see this person.
Here, I can.
Wait, I can see
Oh
Jason
my
God.
on the
Help.
Switch.
If I stop my video in Zoom,
Actually,
Is that better
doesn't
for you
help
guys?
because I wrote-
Actually, that doesn't help me at all, but all right.
yeah, I
Alright,
rely
whatever.
on your screen sometimes.
actually
all right.
always
See what I
rely on
mean
screen,
about
but
cursed
alright.
episode.
Everything's ruined.
Everything's ruined
But-
forever.
We were like in the middle of helping a cat, so let's keep doing that.
Yeah, so last time on Third Action, the party was on their way to... actually, first of all, you've made your way to Turtleback Ferry to investigate some troubling news of problems within the Black Arrows. They seem to not be showing up lately. The Black Arrows are kind of a local Night's Watch-esque group that defends Turtleback Ferry and the surrounding area from the ogres and giants of the Storval Plains and beyond. And they keep the ogres from coming down the mountains. Yes, similar, but legally distinct. The party is also investigating their own mystery. The murders, the Sahedron murders or Skinsaw murders rather, in Sandpoint and Magnamar seem to be connected to some other party doing some murder over in Turtleback Ferry. We found a letter from Zanisha's sister, which seems to indicate that they have some nefarious plot going on in Turtleback Ferry. And on your way, you saw quite a number of people who had Sahedron tattoos, who claimed that they got these tattoos from the casino ship, the Paradise. That ship seems to have burned down, however, or exploded in the water a few weeks ago, and not many survivors are left to tell the tale. You then, the next day, you managed to meet up with Shough, who also happens to be in town, to also investigate what's going on with the Black Arrows. She seems to have some kind of personal investment in what they're up to. And has offered to, well, I guess at your offer, has decided to tag along. With Shough in tow and the group of horses and a big old new shiny riding feline, riding-sized feline, I guess, the party made their way up to the north of Turtleback Ferry, towards Skull Crossing, and on towards Skull Crossing, where they would be taking a turn to Fort Rannoch, which is where the Black Arrows hang out, or it's their big fortress. On the way there, you heard a strange noise just off the road. Asher decided to go check it out, and the party followed. You found a big cat, what are they called? I've forgotten the name of them.
Fire
Panther?
Yes, Firepelt Cougar, thank you. You found a Firepelt Cougar ensnared in some kind of like bear trap. It seemed to be rather calm and easy to talk to. So the party, well, Asher, managed to set it free without hurting it or scaring it. And it seemed to want to take you somewhere. But before it could, you were assaulted by a massive ogrekin, which is basically a kind of half-breed ogre plus humanoid or human, often filled with deformities because ogrekin tend to be very inbreedy because humans don't like them and ogres don't like them, so they just kind of breed amongst themselves, and this causes quite a lot of physical problems in their physiology. So you managed to defend yourself from one Ruckus and his group of hounds that he was using to hunt this poor creature. And after he was defeated, you decided to follow the cat into the woods further. So that is where we will start today. And I guess I'll leave this on this song. Do you have any questions or anything in particular you guys want to do before we begin, or as we begin? So right now you are following this Firepelt Cougar through the woods. It kind of runs up ahead a bit and then stops and waits for you all to catch up with it. And just as you do, it runs up ahead a bit more. It doesn't seem to be very clear where it's going.
Taking us to see its babies.
Oh yes, it's got this whole kitchen. No, it's leading us to something. It seems trained, which makes me think it's leading us to whoever trained it.
Aren't, at the very least.
At least it was awful friendly to Asher, which I don't know. Asher's a friendly person, so perhaps it's just a friendly panther to Asher, but hard to say.
It didn't try and eat me at any point.
It didn't. It was a little bit afraid, but it seemed to be quite cooperative once we were in battle, and now it's trying to lead us someplace, so I guess we'll just find out.
Okay, so you guys proceed through the rains.
Charlotte has won this battle.
I think I saw it briefly. All right, I'm not gonna look. Okay, things are happening in the Zoom chat.
For later.
I'll take a screenshot. It's fine.
So you follow the cat through the rain and mud and dirt until you reach what seems to be an old disused path through the woods. It's quite wide and open, and has now become very muddy with the constant rain. And I think. Let's see. I can move you guys over there.
Oh, can ya? Let's take a look.
Yes, I can. So,
Oh, it's
we're going
dark.
to switch over to map view.
Damn it.
Very dark map view.
I forgot about it.
What's especially funny about that is your reaction on seeing the frozen picture of yourself was to do the exact same. Motion again.
Fucking
Well,
nice.
Will is very concerned. He's grown more concerned as we switch to map view.
God, it's horrible. Oh dear.
But the party, you have emerged out onto a large open path.
Oh dear. All right. Well, it seems
And
to be
the
leading us
cat-
further up.
The cat stops and looks at you all.
Yes.
Better keep up.
Keep going. You know, I do have a thought. Does everyone else have their horses?
I mean, everyone.
You all left your horses. I mean, you could have, if you wanted to, you could go back and get them.
Yeah, it might be best if we just bring
Phil
them
and I
along.
could just stay here. We're fine. It's up to you.
We sent Phelan back for the horses.
That's a terrible idea, and you know it.
You can carry them. I guess we're
Yeah.
not like. Are we going like super far away, or is it kind of in the same?
You guys have maybe gone about a half a mile away.
Not too bad.
It's not too bad, but remember, a mile's probably good, especially in the forest and everything.
I feel like I would have probably gone back for the horses before the half-mile point. Like,
Sure, I care not. So if you guys wanted to go back and grab the horses before following the
save
cat,
the cat.
we can
The
do
cat
that.
starts to lead us off some other direction and say, "Hold up, kitty cat."
Back
You
at our
gotta-
horses.
Greshy and Phelan would have stayed here with the cat and, kept it company, reassured it.
Play with some string.
Okay,
Sure,
in that
giant
case,
dog is
we'll
very reassuring.
wait a sec while I find the horses.
Hearst is someplace in here.
Yeah, I have some horses. Where are they? Horse
This is
one,
freaking
horse
icy.
two,
2 people back to lead 4 horses back to the group.
horse three.
If you're
There's 3
leading 4
horses,
horses,
right?
well, there's only 3 horses to lead
Lelu?
back anyway.
Oh yeah. 3 horses and Phelan. That's right.
Aye.
All right, I'm bringing the horses here.
They are.
What were the horses' names again?
There's Blaze, Kapal, and I never remember Gunn's horse.
I think it's Blitz.
Yeah. 'cause
Is it
he's real
Blitz?
fat.
I keep
Yeah.
calling it Blaze.
No, I think Blitz is Charlotte's horse.
Yeah, Blitz
Yeah,
is
I-
geriatric.
All right, Blitz is Asher's horse. Then we've got Kapal.
Which is currently in use by Shalelu.
I've lost the name of.
I never
horse
remember
too.
your horse's name. Started with a C though, didn't it?
Ooh, yeah, I don't
had
remember
it
your
written
horse's
down,
name.
but I must have lost it.
I'm sorry, I don't think I have it recorded in my notes.
All right, well, Gunn has forgotten his horse's name. It's one of the situations where you don't want to say its name now because you can't think of it, so you just kind of just call it horse.
I have got nothing recorded about your horse's name. I've got Kapal because I got the coloring of it, but that's it. Sorry.
All right, so
Cagney.
with
Its name is
Blitz,
Cagney.
Kapal, and question marks, you returned to the forest where you fought the Ogrekin before, and follow the panther here. Or cougar, rather. What do you do?
Gonna keep
Why
following the
continue
cougar.
to follow the cougar?
While we're following the cougar, Greshy will be keeping an eye out for any more of them ogrekin or dogs. See if any more dogs show up. Not of anymore.
Okay, so
Yeah, go ahead.
Greshy, you don't think this is a druid, but is it possible that this is Gogurt's fire pelt cougar grown up?
Can I do can I do a perception check to see if it looks like the same markings as Gogmert's?
Sure. Yeah, perception.
Sure. That's actually a very good question. Perception. It's a 28 total.
28. Okay. No, so all fire pelt cougars are kind of this like deep velvet color, like purple velvet, with 3 orange, like fiery orange lines across their back. Usually each cougar has slightly different lengths of lines. You remember Gogmert's having one large line long line in the middle and 2 very short lines on either side, closer to its head. This one has 3 long lines running the full length of its body.
Okay, well, it doesn't look
Seems
like
to be a different
Gogmert's. Or Gogurt's, for that matter.
Gogmert's also had like a nicked ear and a few other scratches on it, or permanent scars.
Okay.
So this would be somebody else's, which is unusual, but not the worst choice as far as companions go. And I don't think it's Druid or some sort of shapeshifter. It doesn't seem to be. Otherwise, it probably would have just shapeshifted back. So it's probably leaving us to whoever trained it. Just don't know why it ran so far away.
Well, I mean, so right now it's just sitting there in the path.
Oh.
You can move your characters if you want.
Oh,
I
well, fine.
refuse to do so.
We'll-
I'm stuck in a weird part of the map.
We're going to get him.
Oh, are you actually stuck here?
No, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I have to move my horse too.
I need to give you
I
horse
can't.
control.
I was going to say, I don't think you gave him control. So.
They all
The
jump off
horses
their
just
horses.
stay. We
My
went
horse
all
is fine.
throughout the effort to get the horses, and we're going to just leave them right here. It's fine.
All right, you have horse control now. Take your
Horse
horses and
control.
run.
Well,
Alright.
we're following, so we're kind of waiting for Kitty
It's
Cat
just
to-
it's stopped. It's not moving anymore.
Oh.
Okay,
there
so we
some-
got closer and nothing's happening. All right.
Is there
there
anything,
anything-
around?
like an entrance.
There
the
is a
thicket?
continued trail. So the trees are very thick all around. You could go into the bushes on either side that kind of flank this path, or you can continue up the road.
Asher,
In any direction?
Sorry, what was that?
Asher, you're good at. I was
Which
going
way
to say,
did we come
Asher,
from?
you're good at tracking things. Can you,
You
see
came
if there's any
from-
unusual tracks around?
You came from the south. You're heading north, or the cat stopped
We've been heading north.
when going north.
Okay.
Yeah, you've all been heading north.
I will actually, look around to see if there's any kind of tracks or anything
Sure. Survival.
unusual. Let's try our best.
It's quite a lot of mud, so
24.
24. That's almost certainly enough. Yes, this is made easier by the mud, but there are many footprints here in the mud. You see one set of rather large humanoid prints, probably belonging to that ogrekin you killed earlier, as well as many dog prints, much smaller.
Okay.
But no other humans. What about another set of like big cat prints coming?
No,
I'll make
you
a
don't
check for
notice
this one.
any. Not right here. You don't see any big cat prints.
Let's ask. Hello, kitty cat. Shall we keep going? I'll point. Go this way. Keep
It-
going.
It turns and looks to the north.
All right.
Hmm.
Let's.
For the north.
And then kind of slowly
to the
walks behind.
All right. You can stay
Okay.
here. We'll find whoever trained you, I suppose.
Well, I've come around the corner and
Definitely seems scared of something.
look
Says
at that up
Shalala
ahead.
as she rides
Hold on.
behind.
I don't see anything.
What do I see up down the road here as I come around this bend?
So Gunn, so you can see,
Ooh.
you can just make out through the forest what appears to be a large rickety house. You can kind of just make out the, it seems to have a large kind of front porch.
Anyone
That's where
around?
the ogre came from.
You don't see anyone around.
Well, let's assume that it's occupied, and how shall we approach?
Sneakily.
Gonna just keep riding up as a concerned person passing through the woods.
I'm
Until we
very
get to here.
concerned.
I'm just always
Cautious.
concerned.
I'm assuming that it's where the ogre came from, but I might be wrong.
Shalala is
So-
gonna move to the side and start tying down the horse to a tree.
Shillelagh's probably
Oh,
smart about that.
That might be a good idea.
So does it look like a house, or is it more of a fart, or are we getting close to Fartranic, or?
Well, it looks like a large house, but as
Huh.
Gunn starts riding forward,
I've moved up about 40 feet to the next corner, but I'm still behind it.
right, but you can see another of these ogrekin out in the rain in the field. This one's much smaller than the one you saw before, and he's quite ugly. He has large pus-filled polyps all over his cheeks.
He's a
And
grown boy, a little wacky.
he's got a big hoe that he's just like hitting the mud with and raking across.
Huh.
And
Alright.
has he noticed you? Yes. So he stops what he's doing and he turns and sees something out over there. Oh. He's gonna start he puts down the hoe and starts walking towards Gunn to
Okay.
get a better look.
Oh. Should we treat with the horse?
Did you buy
Gonna-
war horses, or?
I did not buy a war horse,
Nope.
so I like the idea of going
let's draw sword and
backwards.
shield before he gets too close.
All right, well, go ahead and roll initiative then.
All right.
Because as he approaches closer and closer, one of his eyes he like can't quite seem to see out of, so he kind of twists his head the other way so he can see out of his right eye. And that's when he gets a good look at you drawing your sword and shield. And he grows angry. I think I've messed up the initiative tracker.
I mean, it looks fine on our screen, or my screen.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
it was.
I just removed everybody and I'll just add you back in.
All right. I got a 18 on mine.
17
Ah,
for me.
Sorry, so Gunn had an 18, you said?
No,
Reverse
Gunn had a
that.
17.
Oh, sorry, Gunn had 17. Greshy had 18.
Yes. Yes,
Asher
that's right.
has it's a 25.
Mhm.
Shalelu. Where's my Shalelu stats? There she is. Alright. Oof.
Oof. That's general reaction to. I got a 2 on mine. I just realized. Oh goodness.
Oh, she has really high. Sorry, that's. Yeah, okay. And the cat.
Meow. That's not getting
And
out.
this guy. All right. Okay. You got a 25. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this at round 1. And so first up, we've got the Ogrekin, followed by Asher at a 25, then Shalelu at a 19, Greshy at 18, Gunn at 17, and the cat at 9. Let's see if that's, there's a good spot. And I'll turn up the music a little bit. Get me hyped. Okay.
Woo! Let's do this.
All right. So first turn is this big guy. Well, he's definitely not as big as the other one, but he's big enough. He is going to bellow out, "Oh, human farm!" And is going to run forward. Let's see. 20, 25, 5, 10. So he's going to use 2 movements. Looks like Gunn is actually like here on the horse. So he'll use 2 move actions to run up alongside Gunn's horse, and then he's going to swing his fist because he's not holding anything. Sorry, where's my stat block? Do I have all of the books except the one I need? One sec. I am confusion. Ah, there it is. I've hidden it. Okay. Cool. That is a 26 to hit.
That would not hit.
Okay. So he swings his fist and tries to punch Gunn, but entirely misses. Asher, you're up.
So I have a question about shooting from the backs of horses.
Yep.
Does that require a feat of any kind? Would I have to actually get off the horse?
Ooh, let's see. So if you're on the back of a horse, let's take a look at the ride rules because we haven't really done that. I think I kind of glossed over it before.
Yeah, I was starting to look for him too, but
I vaguely remember where they are. So I think you should be fine if you're just doing an attack. If you want the horse to do anything while in combat, that
It
will
becomes a bit
require
more
handle
harder.
animal checks.
Okay.
So let me double check that, but you are already mounted, and then let's see. Mounted combat is on 478 in the book.
478.
478.
If you are mounted on a horse and you make 3 attacks, your horse remains stationary because you didn't command it. If you instead spend your first action to command an animal and succeed, you can get your mount destroyed. You could then spend your next action to attack or command your horse to attack, not both. So basically, every turn you can command your horse to do something, or every action, but you don't get multiple actions for the horse per your single command an animal.
Yeah, so basically you have 3 actions. You can use them however you want. If you want the horse to do anything, you have to spend 1 action doing a command an animal check, or handle animal check with nature. If you succeed, then you can get the horse to do something. So if you want the horse to do anything, you have to basically spend 2 actions on it.
get your mount to spend its actions. If you don't, the animal wastes its actions. If you had the right ride feat, you succeed automatically.
Aye.
Oh, yeah.
So you still have to actually do the command an animal thing, which is a nature check.
Right, so you need to spend at least 1 action. There we go. You have to spend at least 1 action if you want the horse to do something.
Okay.
Well, exactly
And
1 action.
I don't want the horse to do anything yet.
Okay, so you stay on the back of the horse.
Alright, so first action is going to be hunt prey, the ogre. Second action is also giving Gunn my benefits, so I'm just going to pop these in chat.
Nice, nice.
So
Okay, I'm gonna use.
It rolled damage for some reason. I don't know. Ignore that.
All right.
Let's see.
I'm using
Command
orange dot for
animal.
hunt target, so you sharply eye its movements, and you call out to Gunn that his looks like this guy's left arm is a bit mangled, and could be a potential weak point.
Third, I'm going to quick draw and attack with my crossbow.
Okay. You are attacking through Phelan's space, so that's going to be soft cover.
That's okay, as long as I don't hit Phelan.
Please don't. That would be very rude.
All right, 26.
Actually, with hunt target, do you remove a cover penalty or no?
Let's look.
Maybe not.
Circumstance bonus.
No.
No, it's just
Yeah.
range increments that you ignore.
I think there is something I have that lets me ignore it, but it takes 2 turns.
Okay.
2 actions.
Yeah.
So 26, that should hit. Why did I close the book? Keep doing this. Yes, that'll hit.
Right, and do damage for 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage to the Ogrekin. Okay. You lodge a bolt in its shoulder. 9 points. There we go.
That is
Okay,
it.
that was action 3. Shalelu is me. Hi, I'm Shalelu.
The
Hey,
other
Shalelu, how you
interesting
doing?
thing- The other interesting thing about command an animal is that if your animal is helpful, you get automatically 1 degree of success better than your result.
Right.
So,
But
which presumably, if your horse is trained and likes you,
so there's
and
friendly and then there's helpful.
right?
And those are 2 different things.
Okay.
So your horse might be willing to do stuff for you, sort of, but you may need to improve that relationship over time to get to.
Yeah, I would say that your horses are probably friendly but not helpful.
Okay.
You haven't quite spent enough time
That makes sense.
hanging out with them. Where did I put her character sheet? I was holding it.
Oh, everything's ruined.
It's a day.
She's got like a plus 30 to hit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
that's true. Okay, well, I guess she's gonna move out first. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So she can get a good look. She's a little bit behind the rest of the party. She kind of pops out from behind Asher and Phelan. And her second action is going to be to hunt target, hunt prey. And her third action is going to be to whatever the action is called that lets her shoot twice. Oh wait, I have a digital version of her character sheet. Let me pull that up. That'll make things a little bit easier.
Digitization.
Yes.
It's like magic.
Wrong tool. This one. Sorry. Log in, yes. I'm not sure how I totally misplaced this sheet I was holding 3 seconds ago. Yes, that's
You
me.
sat on it.
Save browser. Load.
Well, how's everyone doing in the chat there? Hope
We're
everyone's
all
doing well.
having a lovely Corona Tuesday.
Aye, Corona.
okay.
Well, which Corona Tuesday is it? It's 3rd or 5th, 17th.
Okay, right. Her third action is going to be Hunted Shot, which she can do once per round. She's using her longbow. No, she can't do that. She actually has to draw her weapon. She does not have quick draw, so she draws her weapon. Okay.
Huh.
Greshy. Being COVID-free is nice.
It's very important. We're gonna move up into position. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then we're going to, well, Or Phelan's gonna bite a bitch. See what happens.
Okay, you charge in behind him. Oh, I found Shalayla's sheet.
Now here's the question: does he get flanking?
Yes, he would get flanking in this situation. One of his squares is diagonally adjacent to one of Gunn's squares, so yes.
Well, it's a 26 with flanking would be effectively a 28.
28 will hit.
Good.
Only because of the flanking. Go ahead and
Good,
roll
good.
the damage.
That's 23 piercing damage.
23 piercing damage. Ouch. You bite into its rear end. Oh, Phelan does anyway.
Phelan.
It lets out a yelp. Ah,
And since we're
that
right here-
hurt!
I just feel bad wasting a good spell on this little thing, whatever it is. So we'll just cast our cantrip electric arc and hit it. Shebang. Needs to try and dodge. DC 24.
Okay, try to dodge. 24. He only got a. That is a 20. That is a failure. So he takes.
That is a failure. He
full
takes
12
12.
points of electricity damage as he gets zapped, trying to dodge.
Not quite fast enough, you bastard.
Ooh,
And that's the end of Greshy's turn.
Gunn, you're up.
All right. Just a second. Okay, looking at the situation here, I think I'm going to just try to attack from horseback.
Okay.
No reason to move my mount around, so I will counterattack with my sword here. Just slash. I should be like, from up here, I should probably be like eye level with him, yeah?
This one's actually like normal human size. He's like a little bit taller. You're actually a bit above him.
All right, well, I have.
It was the other one who was quite big.
So I'm going to slash down at him. I have a 30, like overhand. I have a 33. with the flanking.
33 with flanking. That will hit.
Is that a
it's not a
crit?
critical. Nope, it's not
Damn.
a critical.
So here's the damage. It is 18 slashing plus 1 sonic.
Okay, so 19 total points of damage.
One.
He reels back in pain. Ooh! Crowfoot make you pay.
Crowfoot.
That's 1 attack. Like,
Okay.
not today, Crowfoot. I have 28 with flanking.
28 will hit. Roll damage.
We have 12 slashing plus 1 sonic. That is
Okay.
nearly
13.
minimum.
Your other 1d8, sorry.
Oh yeah, you should add a 1d8 from your first hit.
Oh, cool.
Totally
Thanks to
forgot.
That's right, because you got the piercing or
hunt
the
prey.
attack bonus.
Was there
Oh,
also
yeah.
a to-hit bonus on those?
I don't.
no, just
I don't
a
think
damage
so.
bonus.
It's, 6 from the hunt target.
Okay. Yeah, your first hit stabs into its chest. You pull back and then slice across its throat. It staggers. It's bleeding pretty badly, but it's still standing. You have one more action, I think.
I do, but I'm not likely to hit, so I think I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay, you raise your shield to protect yourself. All right. It is the cat's turn. Do I have... Where'd those stats go? All right. So using... There. Yes. 2, 3, 4.
Feline is way
Fuck.
far behind. I don't think it's going to be doing much.
Probably
Yeah, that's
not,
pretty fast
but
run speed.
it'll try.
Oh,
Okay.
sure. Got a chance.
Yeah, let's see. That's 30. 60 is there.
Mhm.
I lost
Doesn't
track
have
of where that was,
60
but
move
roughly
speed?
there. No, it's using multiple actions.
Okay, I was going to say, excuse me. What?
Very fast.
It will use, so it uses one move action to get nearly to
Asher.
behind Asher. Then another move action to run past Asher to get closer, and a third action to pounce, to move and jump at it with an attack.
Nice.
And that will hit. And that's this.
Terrors, throw it out. Kitty.
Alright, it jumps on, bites onto its leg, and tears at its ankles a bit, dealing some damage. Alright. Top of the round. It crow food, not crow foot! And he's gonna try and swing again at Gunn, who insulted him.
Crow food. Because that's what you want to be known as.
Somehow worse. Crowfoot. I thought his feet might just have had weird toes.
Yeah, just likes the idea of being eaten by crows. That's fair. Trying to judge
Okay.
too harshly. Natural creatures, as it were. I like their
There we go. Okay.
terms.
33 to hit. Your AC, Gunn?
That 30.
30, okay. That is this much damage. There we go. 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning.
Yes,
Okay.
as it strikes you with its good hand. Its good fist.
It got that good hand. Mm-hmm.
Then it's going to kind of take a step over this way and attack Gunn again. It's trying to get away from these big animals. Strikes. That's -5 because it's the second attack. And 31 to hit. So that'll hit again, and that is 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right,
As
I'm
it
going to block
shifts to
this
the
one.
side. Okay, you block that one.
So that means with a hardness of 10, that means 7 to me.
Yes. So your shield takes the 10, and you take the 7.
Does that break the shield?
No,
No.
Okay.
but it does do 7 damage to it, I think.
Yes. Yeah, it does do the 7 damage to the shield. Okay. Asher's turn.
I turn again. I'm gonna start by reloading. Do that.
Okay, you reload the crossbow, winding it back. Crank, crank, crank. I
Alright.
don't have my Sirenscape open.
And let's quick.
Don't open it, Jason. Let's just break everything again.
I'm opening it. I'm
Oh, no.
opening it.
Everything's ruined. We could just make the sound effects with our voices. Oh, very good. I'm sorry.
There we go.
My hunt prey to Phelan this time. So he goes first.
Okay.
Just in case. And I'm going to shoot again. Since now I don't have cover. I don't think. Wait, no, Gunn's in the way now.
The gun's in the way now.
That's okay. We'll figure it out as we go. A 24.
24 will not hit. Definitely not with cover.
That's
So
okay.
you fire. You have to try and aim a little bit off to the side, off to the east there, west, and just barely miss him.
And the hunt prey this time, yeah, goes to Phelan.
All right.
remember
So
it's
Phelan's got
D8.
the hunt prey bonus. All right. Shalelu's turn. This guy is already hunted, so she is going to. She needs a better position, so 5, 10. What's the range here? Okay, nice. So she kind of steps
Nice.
over towards the foliage to the so her left, and pulls out a special arrow. Runs her fingers along the tip of the arrow and then notches it. So that's her second action, and she's going to shoot with her third. Plus that. Where did her bonus go? There it is. That will hit, and then he needs to do a will save, which he fails. That is not a... what level is he? Oh, sorry.
He's level
That might actually
28.
be a critical fail.
Awkward.
Yes, that is a critical failure. So it's just a
Okay.
failure. He falls asleep.
Ooh.
All right. That's interesting.
All right, he's asleep. He
Oh.
slumps over and just thuds in the mud.
That's going to be unfortunate for him. Get him failing. Dunk. Dunk. Dunk.
Is that the sound of him walking?
That is. That's exactly what was happening there.
Thuds across the mud.
29 to hit. flank.
Well, okay, sure. 29 will hit.
All right. 23 piercing damage.
Plus the
23 points
D8.
of piercing damage. Plus
Oh,
D8.
plus a D8. Another 7, so 30 total.
And he's prone, so that should give you an additional bonus, actually. So that might be a critical. Sorry, no, you had a 27, 29.
I can't imagine it'd be a critical on 29.
It might, with further stuff. How much is prone?
I'm guessing no more than far, probably less than that. So it might be
Prone
33.
is another minus. Let's see. Take a -2 to attack rolls. Oh no, there's no melee bonus to prone anymore.
That's
Really?
dumb.
Oh,
I mean, it's fine in this case. I'm just saying in general, that's kind of silly.
I mean, presumably being asleep at least makes you flat-footed. I mean,
Well, it's already flat-footed because I moved into place.
lose your dex bonus.
Just checking something real quick here.
Yeah, I'm looking at what happens if you're unconscious, if you've been sleeping or knocked out. You take a -4 penalty to AC. So that becomes a 27 plus 4 plus 2.
Well, it's
That's a 33. Okay, still not a crit.
I didn't think so. I'm not seeing where you say it takes a -4 penalty.
Unconscious. The
Oh,
condition
unconscious. I see.
Yeah.
I was looking at prone still. That's
Yeah,
fair. So 33. So yeah, 30 total damage.
Okay, 30 total damage. Phelan bites real hard. Oh, pain! He says, waking up.
All of a sudden, all right. I'm just gonna zap the little bastard. Can it dodge well while it's prone?
I'm gonna say not really, but it will roll. That is a failure regardless. It takes the full 11 points of damage. And just as he's starting to reach for the ground beside him and claw himself up, he is zapped in the chest, blood bursts out, and he falls back to the ground unconscious, bleeding
Fair enough.
as the rain pours over.
Stay down. Well, I'm going to turn and look and see if his cries of agony and also that there was a human nearby gathered any attention from anybody that I can tell.
Perception.
Perception. Button. 31.
31. Okay, so you look around, and try to listen. You don't hear anything other than the rain and my phone going off.
I hear something, but I'm not sure what that beeping noise was.
That's the rain.
Ah, that's what it was. Unusual noises out here, but I admit I've never been here before.
Well, I'm gonna follow what Shalelu did and tie up my horse, I think.
Yeah.
Just in case
It's a good idea. I'll hop down
I'm over here.
and
Oh, I guess I'll put him back with the other horse.
Does this creature have anything obvious on him? I mean, does it wear clothes? Does it keep things on its clothes? Does it have
Yeah,
like a...
so it
necklace?
is wearing it's wearing a kind of loosely knit collection of black feathers as a form of a loincloth. And sorry,
Unpleasant.
let's see if it's got anything else on it.
I would imagine not, but might be worth investigating anyway.
Are those bird sounds supposed to be happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're out in the woods.
Yeah, you're
I
out in the
didn't
woods.
know.
There's,
I've never
there's
heard them
birds and
before.
rain.
Ah, sure.
I don't know if you can make out the rain.
Ash is like, what are these creatures?
Ah, sure, you've heard birds before, I promise.
Ooh.
Spooky birds.
Because this is like a bit too heavy for heavy rains. Let's try light rain. Let's keep it on light rain with the birds.
That's fine. I mostly hear the birds, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
it's daytime in the woods.
Daytime in the woods.
Yeah, you don't really find anything else on it.
Didn't think so. Worth looking though.
Check inside of it.
You go right ahead.
Shough
I
will
did my
kind of, like,
horses, so I'm gonna come back.
Let's
walk
keep
forward
going
a
in
bit.
case there's someone hurt up here.
Does the cat seem to be doing much else as far as feeling interested in going forward?
It moves close to Asher, and is like looking forward, but otherwise
I'm forward.
All right.
seems to be kind of following close to Asher.
Yay, a friend. Anti-bird friend. Alright. Well, I'm gonna slowly walk forward.
Okay.
Thump. Thump.
Is there any more... I guess it doesn't look like there's any more danger, at least outside.
Yeah, so as you guys get closer, you can see to your left, or to your right, there is the bit of a farmland, very rough
Mm-hmm.
area with plants. Why am I losing my words? Last couple of weeks.
There are birds buried in the farmlands. That makes a lot of
Yes.
sense.
There's
Uh,
birds.
That's where crow food comes from. It's because he's been burying crows, thinking they're going to grow more crows for eating. I
A
got
crow
it.
tree.
I have determined the code.
I mean, there are a few crow corpses scattered about, half eaten,
Fabulous.
and there's some kind of strange plants sprouting up out of the ground over here. But to your left, you can see what appears to be a large farmhouse of some kind, and to your right, also connected to this path, looks like a large barn.
When you say strange plants, unusual for the area, or
You could get closer and inspect them and do a nature check.
sure.
Nature those up.
I'll bring Phelan this close and then I'll dismount. It's a little closer. Nature would be that one. It's a 31.
31. Okay. So these appear to be some kind of root vegetable of some sort. But you're not really sure. It's not native to anywhere that you've been, and it's definitely not something that like humans would normally eat, or most humanoids.
Fair enough.
And I'm
So
taking a look at the house.
Right.
Does this house look like it's well constructed or shoddy?
It looks like it's.
I should be able to tell the difference between well constructed and run down. I mean, sorry, between shoddy construction and run down.
Sure. Give me a perception.
Okay. 25.
25. So it doesn't quite look so much run down as it does, like repurposed.
Okay.
Like it's had some it's had some repairs, but the repairs maybe don't look like they've been done super well.
All right. Does it look like a house where ogres might live?
You'll have to answer that question yourself.
Good ogre house.
Could you?
Bingo, ogre house.
ogres,
Describe it a little
ogres
more
could
then?
live there, I suppose.
Could you describe it a little bit more?
Does the Dar look big enough for
Sure,
ogres
it's a
themselves?
oh well, ogres proper? No, the doors are
Okay.
not big enough for ogres proper.
So it would be ogrekin or an ogrekin that was large, like what's his name? Ruckus
Ruckus.
would have to kind of squeeze in to get into.
Correct.
All right.
So the building itself on your left seems to be a 2-story building. So out front there is this porch area, which seems to lead to a kind of like a front door, and then there's this side door here on the right. Otherwise, the barn on the opposite side has a big double door.
I'm looking to the cat. Which way? Where are we going?
The cat's just standing near Asher.
Yay, a friend. I'm just gonna wander. First, I kind of want to listen to the barn to see if there's any noise in here since it's somewhat bigger.
Sure. You make your way over to the barn. Give me a perception check.
Want to make sure if there's nothing in here, then we could just go to the house. Here. Ooh, a natural 20 for 36.
Natural 20.
Very
okay.
nice.
Let me consider what you would hear. Ah. That's something backwards. Sorry, one second. Yeah, you can hear, though there's rain outside, you can hear the sounds of multiple creatures arguing in kind of like a rough common. It's my turn. It's my turn. Nah, it's my turn to go. What I want to do it this time. And so forth.
But do what? That's the mystery. Alright, I'm gonna turn the gun and quietly say, I think there's at least 2 more ogrekin in the barn. They're arguing.
All right. I'll psych myself up and. All right. Let's. Seems like we expect somewhere around here there's some prisoners. So let's go find them.
Might as well. Greshy. There's ogres in the barn. Or there's ogrekin in the barn. I was gonna tell everyone.
Hey,
Maybe where
let's deal with
hand
it.
signals would come in handy.
Yeah, thanks so. There's also a big dog walking around. He makes a bit of noise.
I'll point to the barn. I'll point. Just keep pointing.
I think I got this.
All right.
Well, do we want to take them out? Shough says as she approaches.
Okay. We
Well-
can ask them what's going on here.
I mean, we could offer them the chance to run away, but they probably won't take it.
It might be better to just take him out anyway.
Are there any windows around the barn, or is it just like all closed up?
The barn does not have any windows. The house on the other side does.
Okay.
But they're pretty muddy and dirty, so you'd have to get close to one of the windows. These blue things. You could get closer to one of the windows to get a better look through.
Alternatively, we could just sneak into the house and ignore the ogres, but I don't know what's in the barn since I can't see.
Like, it seems like a place where they might put prisoners.
Yeah, there's a risk that the prisoners are in there. Or just them.
So, and like, they're probably arguing over who gets to bash someone's head in. So I'm gonna hurry up and raise shield and kick that door in.
Wait! Shough comes up and grabs you by the shoulder, Gunn. Hold on. And step back.
I do.
Okay. She takes out a few pieces of metal and scrap and bone, or not bone, and stonework. And she will set up 2 traps. Well, she'll set up 1 trap, rather.
How long does it take to set up one trap?
3 actions.
Okay.
I feel like this is somebody trying to tell us that traps are actually worthwhile.
No.
Getting this feeling. I don't know why.
Wait. No, actually, sorry. Stand back here. I'll put the traps here. And she marks 2 spots that she sets up traps on. Now all we have to do is just bait them back. And then attack.
Alright.
Sure.
So,
Go around the trap. Raise shield and kick the door.
okay. You raise shield and kick the door in.
Oh, there's
Battle.
more than 2.
There are 3 ogres inside, or ogrekin inside, and they are all startled. They have not noticed you, so this is going to be a surprise round. So let me erase everybody and go ahead and roll initiative.
That's Phelan. I want to roll Phelan's. Look at that. It's 30
What a
card.
roll.
That's a really good roll.
Perception for initiative.
Sure. It's a 25 for Greshy.
Sorry, I should be saying perception for initiative
Sure.
in general.
22 for gun.
22 for Gunn. Shough got 25. She'll wait until after you, and then the
Oh, sure.
3 ogres. Let's see. First one got a 12. Second ogre gets a 6. And third ogre, 24. But they're surprised this round, so they will all not do anything this turn. Well, on their first turn. Okay, so I can describe the ogres to you real quick. We got 3 ogres here. I will number them for you as well. Move over to them. I'll give them some numbers.
Name them after their ugly features.
You can if you want. So,
Or they might say their names again, like Ruckus and Crowfoot.
yeah, quite possibly.
Crowfoot. It's not Crowfoot.
So
You told him
the
correctly.
so of the 3, the bottom one seems to have he seems to be very twitchy. He has very stunted legs, but he looks very hyperactive. His head is just constantly twitching around. The middle one, number 2, has gigantic eyes, like 3 times the size of normal eyes. And number 3 has a third arm, the Stigil-looking arm. Doesn't look like it's strong enough to hold anything, but it's there. So I'm gonna give.
So you're
them a
saying we
little-
got stunty, twitchy foot, humongous eyeballs, and third armshin.
Yes, sure. Let me give him All right. Well, Asher's turn is first. They all seem to be just huddled like in a circle around something. When the door gets kicked in.
Right.
Asher, what do you want to
I'm
do?
gonna move 5, 10, 15, 1, 5. I think I get here for 30. Just for fun. So I can see, because I could not see anything from where I was.
All right. Yeah, you move into position so you can kind of see them a little bit better.
I'm going to... I couldn't read the number. I'm gonna... Hold on 1 second. Something is yelling in my ear. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm back.
Yeah, no
I'm
problem.
going to hunt prey number 2,
Okay, number 2.
and I'm gonna quick draw and shoot at him. Wherever it is.
Asher's like walked out of frame. Let me reset.
29.
Okay. 29 to hit. That will definitely hit, and I believe that is a critical.
Oh.
Sorry, let me slam the book. Back to characters. Okay. 29. Yes, that is a critical hit. Roll damage, and that was number 2. Yeah, even
number
with
2.
soft cover, that'll still be a critical.
Big eyes.
Big eyes. 50. Sorry, what did I say? Ignore me.
17, 24, 33, 37 is the damage. From
All right, 37 points of piercing damage, and something you haven't been. Oh well. You didn't. You haven't hunted him yet, have you? No.
I hunted him.
Oh, you hunted him. Okay.
That was my second. My third was shooting.
I see. Got it. Cool. And just so you know, whenever you get a critical hit, Asher, I believe you have critical specialization for anything that you hunted. So you get a special like bonus effect based on the weapon. For bows, I think bows and crossbows might be the same. It lets you like pin stuff to walls if they're adjacent to a wall.
Oh.
Ground. Did you pin to the ground?
When did this happen?
You cannot pin to the ground. It should have happened at like level 5, I think.
Oh my
I happened to be
God,
looking at it today, and I
missed
I realized that you weren't doing it. Weapon expertise happened at level 5. You gain access to the critical specialization effects of all simple and martial weapons when attacking your hunted prey.
Alright, I'm writing this down. I completely missed out on that.
Yep.
It's a good one to have.
That's
just
okay.
in
There's
case.
no wall for him to be.
Yeah, there's no wall here. You'll want to check in the equipment chapter exactly what the ability is for crossbow, but I think it's the same for bow. Or the same as bow. Okay, so that was Asher's 3 actions. Greshy.
Let's see what I want to do. Well, we're going to have... Don't have any good 3-action spells queued up. So I suppose to start with, I will pull out my sling to have handy, just in case. And we will cast... Sure, we're gonna cast Acid Arrow at number 1, which I believe was Stunty Twitchy Foot.
Yep, it's the one with the stunted legs and twitchy body.
Does a 22 hit him?
22 will hit.
Alright, so he takes 15 acid damage, and will be taking 2 persistent damage.
Okay, so... Sorry, that was 15 points of acid. And 2 persistent acid damage.
Aye, and he
So-
It's the
is
same as buff.
taking 1d6 persistent acid damage on his turn. And Greshy will... Well, Phelan will...
Wait, sorry.
with his
Oh, is
single
it
action turn.
1d6? Is that what it's supposed to be?
It is 1d6. It just...
Oh, okay, it's
ended up being
1d6
2
acid
this time.
damage.
Aye.
That happens on his turn.
Correct. So he'll take 2, I guess, on his turn, or 1d6, whichever you prefer.
I'll just roll it every turn.
That's fine. And then with his single action, Phelan will move into position right in front of where these traps apparently were set up. We'll hang
Okay.
out there. Look venison.
All right. Shalelu then will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, I guess she'll get. I think she can see one of them from here. Nah, she'll go further back. She'll get behind Phelan, in between Phelan and Asher, basically, and hunt prey on one of them. She'll hunt prey number 1. No, number 3, since that one hasn't been hit yet. So hunt prey is that, and she's going to take 2 shots with her hunted shot. First shot will hit, and that is a critical, and second shot is also a critical, actually. So
Damn.
double critical, and that gets added up. That's her damage.
What do you consider to be a surface, Jason?
Like a wall or a
Okay.
platform or something.
The bow specifically says to, as long as the creature is adjacent to a surface. Just doesn't define what a surface is.
Yeah, I would consider that to be like a vertical surface, something perpendicular to them.
Okay.
Unless you were shooting down at them, in which case maybe I'd allow you to pin their like leg to the ground or something.
Sure.
Or if you were standing right
Best
next to
case.
them and you shot them in the foot.
Makes sense.
Crossbow does count as a bow. I did check, but
Okay.
it just says surface.
Cool. So let's see. What is her damage? Her damage is that, and it's deadly. Neat. I'll just roll in app because that's going to be easier for me. That is that plus that. And I think that's all right. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. Okay, try that again. All right. It's dead. This is the shorthand. Takes 58 points of damage. Number 3 is just shot right through the back of the head, or right through the front of the head, and collapses over, and bleeds out onto the ground. Number 1. It uses
so
one
this is
action.
actually still the surprise round.
Oh, you're right. It's a surprise round. They haven't acted yet. Okay. Gunn.
And I'm going to charge. So much for the traps.
All right.
Who needs the fucking
Well,
traps?
because I want to see if there's anything that they're standing around.
Jason really wanted to show us how good those traps were.
I want to see if they're standing around a prisoner of some kind.
So you charge forward. They appear to be around a dead body that they've picked apart.
Dang it. Okay. I'm going to slash at number 2, who's right in front of me and already injured. And I will just give him a 35.
Okay, 35 is critical. Go ahead and roll damage.
So that is 31 like slashing and 7 sonic.
All right, yeah, you charge in and just stab him right through the heart. He falls over dead.
Now, quick, run out and get this guy in the trap.
That's right, Shirley Lou. Let's be prepared. It's good idea.
Let's see. Particularly interesting. I can do with my last action. I guess raise my shield.
Sorry, could you speak up?
No, hold on. Yeah, I'll raise my shield.
Okay. All right, you raise your shield.
Actually, no. I think the one that's going to go before me is dead, so I'm going to step up to the last one.
Okay, you consider raising your shield and then decide to step over towards it, blocking
doesn't
your
look like he's
allies'
ready.
line of sight. Round 2, Asher.
Me again.
Mm-hmm.
Can I even?
Oh yeah, I'm
see?
right in front of all of you. So
I can actually. I guess I can see. Can I see through Phelan, or is Phelan so big
I mean, you can see
he's
through
big, but
Phelan.
he's not taking up the whole space. He's just bulky.
Okay.
You can kind of see around him, sort of.
So, well, I have to do two things. I have to hunt prey number 1, and I'm gonna reload.
This is baby legs.
Baby leg.
Yep.
And I have to reload my stack. Well, should I walk when I reload?
Well, I mean, you could. It would make your shots easier. You're currently shooting through 2 things.
Oops, that didn't move me at all.
Oh, now we know where you're going. There you go.
Ah. Can I? Now am I shooting through a wall?
Yes. Now you're shooting through a wall,
Okay.
probably.
You know what? Okay, let's. Unless I want to stand in the trap, then we'd see what it does. All right, but I'm not gonna do
That's
that. So I'm
fair.
gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna hunt prey number 1. I'm gonna reload from where I'm standing and attempt to shoot
Okay. Take your shot.
with a 26.
26 minus soft cover. That will hit. Yes. Roll damage.
9 plus 14. So it's 14.
14 total damage. All right. You thread the needle between Phelan and Gunn, and you sort of just catch the ogrekin just as Gunn is like stepping in front of it.
We need one of those
What a shot.
bullet cams that will follow the arrow.
I like look down through Phelan's leg, shoot, and then right before Gunn gets there.
Yeah, you like see Gunn moving into the like just about to block your shot. You're like no, and like you like duck down or like you squat and fire. You like crouch fire. All right, Cat's just kind of staying near you. Greshy.
All right. Well, guess we'll cast at this guy again. This time we're just gonna do an electric arc. How well does he dodge?
What's the range on electric arc?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. It's only 30 feet. I may not be able to cast it from here. I
Nope.
can't. You're absolutely right.
I know
I've
some
got
of
to
my
consider,
spells.
like, it's a good call. I was looking at that for acid splash, but didn't check it for electric arc. Shit. Let's see. What's this range on sling? Why did it say melee range? That's not right at all.
I'm not sure. I can check for you.
This is how often I use my sling. It's like
That you didn't actually put it in right.
obviously didn't.
Sling.
Weapons.
You haven't used your sling?
Yes, Rainbow Cat. Hydraulic
Weird.
pushes.
I
60
haven't
feet,
used it
I'm
in
pretty
quite a while.
Oh, the rock is actually stuck to the,
50
to the
feet.
leather.
50
Why
feet
it's
on the
melee now?
sling. 50 feet.
Yeah, 50 feet.
Can't believe
is
that was
within
wrong.
range.
You have
Oh.
to wipe the dirt off to get the range back.
Well, give it a shot. Here's a strike.
Well, so
That's
you
a
need to
natural
draw
one.
the sling. So you use one action to draw the sling and a second action to.
No, I actually used
look.
my action last turn to draw. the
Oh,
sling.
sorry. You already had that out. Okay.
I did already have it out, but that was a natural one, so that misses. Pretty sure.
Yeah, you just kind of tap Gunn in the back with the rock.
Head cannon for me is that the rock was crusted into the sling by too much dirt. And
It was
that's
just
why it's melee now.
it's so
And then
it's
you
so
swung it, and it didn't come out.
it just didn't. It just kind of fell. Thump. All right. Second attack with the sling is a
You have to reload.
22.
It needs to reload. It's reload one.
That's fine. Reload and then try again.
Okay. Sure. Swing fire. 22 minus soft cover. That will hit. Roll damage.
All right.
That says staff.
That
Oh yes, that was a staff.
was a staff. Does that change anything?
Yeah, probably.
Looks like you have another +2.
I'm checking.
sling?
You're probably right.
Probably because it's dex. No.
Just roll the
Actually.
sling instead. Ignore whatever that roll was.
All right. I'll just roll the sling instead. That's a 15 to hit that time.
15 will not hit. You
All right.
fling
well,
another
I missed
rock.
twice.
You load up a rock, fling a rock, load up another rock, fling it again. Both of them just pelt Gunn in the back.
Phelan looks pretty antsy because I'm not telling him to do anything. He's just standing there. He's like, I could get him, but no. I'm gonna stay here.
All right, fine. Actually, we'll run in 5, 10. She's gonna kind of start running up these stairs along the side. So the interior of the barn has what looks like two like a raised platform up above that has 2 staircases on the north and south side leading to it. She runs along the southern staircase up a bit so you can get a good shot, and fires down at the last ogre with her hunted shot. Oh no, she didn't hunt this one, so she would just shoot once. Either way, that is a natural 20. And
She just throws a couple rocks and nothing happens.
Jason playing with himself today.
Yeah, I know.
Right here on stream. You're not supposed to do that.
The NPCs, man, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's an adventure NPC. All right, she fires, hits it right in one of its stumpy legs. It stumbles back and collapses in the pile of viscera behind it. Combat's over.
Now let's step in the traps. You and me, Greshy.
Us together, we'll do that. No, I'm fine.
We'll hold hands and jump in.
Shalelu, can you recapture these traps, or what are we doing here?
Just a sec, and she'll take a couple actions to disable both.
Just got told that I was doing dumb. 'Cause I'm definitely doing dumb. Thank you, Arcat.
That's bathwater. It's not a weapon.
That's true. We only use it for baths. We don't use it for anything else.
Sorry, take with a shower.
Oh, damn it. Very
there you
valid
go.
point.
Sorry, I was expecting maybe a bit more.
Well, that's a fair point, but
Well, I'm going to quickly check this person or remains that they were all standing around.
a couple doors here as well. Should we?
Is this
Friend?
someone who's actually dead? Long
So yeah,
dead?
so as you guys enter, you can see there are 2 floors of this barn. There is a large double door made of wood. There's like a big partition running through the center of the barn itself. Sorry, I can scroll so that the audience can see. There's a big partition running through the middle of the barn, made of looks like thick wood. In the center, on the bottom floor, there's 2 large doors that lead inside, and up on the higher platforms, there are another 2 doors. On the
Every wall is
top
made of
level,
darts.
on either side, to the north and south. So Phelan's sitting outside, I guess.
He is guarding
as-
the entrance.
Okay. As Asher and Greshy and the big cat all make their way inside.
Are these people?
Oh, sorry, you were
Actually
looking at the
dead?
body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's more than one dead body here. There's
dear.
quite
How
there's
dead?
quite a few.
How dead are they?
Quite dead.
Quite thoroughly dead. They look like they've been picked apart in many ways, partially eaten. I look over and see Adam's smile as I'm saying this.
Hey!
That's about right.
Everyone come look at this.
No, it's actually not that. It wasn't that wrong from the stream when I looked a moment ago. Now he's got quite a
Well-
pout going on there.
That's because I was doing it on purpose. I was imitating. I was like,
Just being a smiley guy for all the dead people. It's fine. Just a happy-go-lucky. Oh, look at all the dead folk. It's fine.
There's
What you
also
gonna do?
there's a big what looks like a water skin of some kind, rather large, maybe 2 or 3 times the size of a normal water skin. It's currently just on the ground beside the sort of central body that they were gathered around. This body looks a bit more fresh. The blood the blood has not completely dried up. Whereas most of the other bodies around, you see, all look like they've been gone for a while now. And have fully decayed.
Is the cat like rushing over? Is this the person the cat was bringing us to find?
No, the cat doesn't seem to be rushing over to anyone. It's just sticking close to Asher right now.
Okay.
Yay. I made a friend.
It did?
Are there any like clothing? Is there any?
Yes, there are plenty of scraps of clothing on many of these bodies.
Any, say, black arrows on those, clothing straps?
Well, Greshy seems to have run up the stairs.
That's true. He's going to go up and open the
So
door.
Greshy would
Shouts
see.
down.
But
I will investigate.
Any black
that
arrows
claim.
down there?
whoever wants to investigate downstairs can roll a perception check to.
Yeah.
Well, rather than investigate for me, I was going to step past and go to the next door. See if this is
Okay.
if this is just the back door, then I guess good. But if not, check it out.
And I got an
Great.
18.
18. That is enough to find. So you take a look. You turn over one of the dead bodies. Definitely human. All these bodies seem to be human, or one seems to have the ears of a half elf.
Human-centric
on-
universe, I get it.
On many of the bodies, they seem to have. They're all wearing just kind of simple traveler's leathers and cloaks. They're all wearing the same dark brown cloaks and hoods, but they've been, in many places, they've been just completely torn apart. But you do find, and they seem to have like spots where they would have had like a patch or insignia, but it's been torn off. But you do find one that does still have a visible patch, and it looks like some kind of rank. It's woven in black threads. It looks like some kind of rank insignia similar to the ones you saw before, or
Would
Gunn
I
saw before.
Be able to try and recognize this, or is it literally just a military check?
You can give me a
I guess-
culture check.
Oh, good culture.
That's going to go great for, I don't know, Asher might know.
I have dubious knowledge. What could
What's the worst that
happen?
could happen?
Where is culture? Is that society?
No, sorry, society is what I meant, yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
Ooh.
Culture is what it's called in Starfinder.
Hey, that's a 21. That's not bad.
21. That's just cultured.
You're pretty sure that this is the Black Arrow's insignia for Captain.
Ooh. Are there any
Asher knows all
other
this stuff.
features about the person, or is it just like half elf?
It seems to be half elf. You could do a medicine check to like do an autopsy to try and get a bit more about who this
So that's
is.
going to go splendidly. You go right ahead.
Before we
A
do that,
31.
Oh my freaking god, Asher.
Time to
What the
autopsy
hell?
this body.
Asher inspects the body more carefully. It looks like whoever this was seems to have taken a number of like some kind of like piercing weapon to the chest in multiple spots. They appear to be kind of young, certainly younger than you, maybe in their like early 20s, perhaps. It's a little hard to tell on a half elf because they have this kind of constant hotness about them, eternal youth and all that. Not eternal youth, but quite youthful in
They
general.
live much longer than me.
Yeah.
This is like a baby elf.
It's a half elf though. It's not
Oh,
elves.
okay, I was like,
Elves
it's a
live much
baby.
longer. Half elves are just slightly longer, I think.
Okay.
A little bit.
so I'm gonna probably throw this door open. This main floor back door of the barn.
Are you saying that to the others, or are you just saying that?
I'm
Or
just
are you just doing it? You're just doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
I'm still
Alright.
like defensive, but
You throw open the doors on the bottom floor as everybody else is just kind of looking around at stuff. And you are
Oh,
greeted face to face with a
Jesus.
gigantic spider.
Holy shiza.
Why have you done this, Gunn?
Gunn, what have you done?
Quick, close that door.
And that, I think, is where we're actually going to end the session for tonight.
I would definitely close the door.
I mean, technically
We'll
we're ending
walk
early,
away.
but that's probably for
we are
it's
ending
quite
a little
early.
bit early. It's a little short. I'm sorry.
technical difficulties.
The technical difficulties made us run late.
Again, episode title, difficulties.
Oh, I've still got the birds playing. Let me turn those off. There we go. They can fade out.
See? We're just,
I hate
it's
those
springtime.
birds.
Springtime.
Yeah, so Gunn opened the door to the giant spider, and that is where we will stop. I'll
And he
put on.
closed the
Spring
door, and we
lovers love-
left the building, and we did not go back in, and we burned it down.
I feel like this is our reactions, and this is all appropriate for spider time. That's Gunn going, oh
We're-
my goodness.
We're actually really well positioned. All I have to do is back up, and we'll be all spread out around this door.
Well,
Perhaps.
Phelan's also not in the right place where I'd want him to be
Failed
for
all
this.
outside.
Ooh.
Well, we'll have to do some initiative rolls when we return, but yeah, come on back next time for Gunn and the gang and the big spider.
In 2 weeks, we find out
In-
if closing the door worked.
I'm doing finger guns, but you can't see it.
Sorry. Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks because this weekend I am getting married, despite
Yay.
the coronavirus. So
Happy anniversary marriage.
Happy
yeah, thanks.
anniversary.
we're probably just gonna like stay at home and play games, but it'll be something.
That sounds like
It's better
a
than
It's a
good
good
nothing.
honeymoon regardless.
Yeah, perhaps we'll get lost in Midgar or hang out
Ooh,
on our
have an
Animal Crossing
Animal
islands.
Crossing wedding.
There you go.
And then I can come to the wedding, Jason.
Well, if you do it in Final Fantasy 14, I could actually join you there too. But
Oh yeah, there's plenty of fantastical domains where we could have our sweet wedding.
since unfortunately I can't actually attend your real wedding because fucking San Francisco and also California and also the world.
The world.
Yeah, the world is
Yeah.
the one that.
I think California's doing okay in the
California's doing all right right now, but I also imagine they don't want more people showing up to go to fucking weddings or whatever.
now.
So it's fair. I give them credit for that.
Yeah, I mean, we might try and stream it for our friends, but probably not on Twitch. So don't look
Twitch
forward to
wedding.
seeing that on our YouTube channel.
Subscribe for Jason's wedding.
Um,
Throw a bouquet.
Nah, there's not gonna be any because it's literally just gonna be a hostage exchange of documents at 6 feet apart.
Oh.
It's not gonna be much.
Well, I will draw a bouquet and throw it.
Excellent. Great to see that support from all my good friends. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, we're gonna skip next week. We should be back the week after, hopefully.
As far as I'm aware.
I think
I think there's
So nothing weird happens, but I
Yeah.
should be fine.
There's potential for stuff weird happening. I guess I'll post on Twitter as soon as I know something. Otherwise, I think that is it for us tonight. Have a good night. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Get food once a week.
Wipe your face. Do
Take a
lock
walk.
is. Do lock is
Good
a
night.
perfect place. That was the joke.
Good night. I don't know the joke. Good night.